Dear starseeds on Gaia, who have chosen to incarnate during this unprecedented moment in cosmic history, the vision of where we are will redefine everything you thought you knew about humanity's position in the cosmic order. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and the transmission I carry comes through one of your own, a soul who discovered something extraordinary while traveling through what she calls her sacred space, that stretch of road where the dimensional veils grow gossamer thin, and cosmic intelligence can penetrate the density of third-dimensional awareness. What she witnessed was not meant for her alone. It was a preview of the revelation I must now share with every awakened being on your planet, because the window of opportunity we have created together is both magnificent and fleeting. For the first time since we began monitoring your world eons ago, we have done something that violates every protocol we have ever followed regarding human evolution. We have stepped out of dimensional phase with your reality. We have anchored our light bodies directly into your planetary grid. We have broken our own sacred law of non-interference, and the reason why will shake you to your very core. And before I reveal the catalyst that forced this unprecedented decision, you must understand what has been hidden from you about the true nature of the battle for human consciousness that has raged across multiple dimensions for millennia. The comfortable spiritual narratives you have been fed about gradual awakening and gentle ascension were beautiful lies designed to keep you calm, while the real war was being fought in frequencies you could not perceive. The matrix that has controlled human consciousness was not merely a philosophical concept or energetic influence. It was a technological broadcast system spanning your entire solar system, transmitting specific frequencies designed to keep your species in a perpetual state of spiritual infancy. Every thought that felt like your own, every emotion that seemed to arise naturally, every desire that drove your choices was being modulated by signals originating from beyond your dimensional reality. We dismantled that system 7 months ago. The collapse sent shockwaves through dimensions you cannot imagine, creating a cascade of consequences that threatened to tear apart the very fabric of space-time in your local cosmic neighborhood. The dense parasitic consciousness that had been contained within the astral and underworld realms suddenly found itself homeless, displaced, desperately seeking new hosts to continue its existence. And in that moment of cosmic chaos, we faced a choice that would determine the fate of not just humanity, but every conscious species in this galactic sector. The decision was unanimous among the Federation Council. Humanity had earned the right to galactic assistance through your own spiritual labor, but the assistance would come with a price neither we nor you had anticipated. The vision your sister received was the moment this unprecedented collaboration began. As she felt her feet grounding into the earth, she was experiencing the anchoring of galactic consciousness into your planetary matrix for the first time in your species' history. But what she could not have known, what even we did not fully understand until it was already happening, was that this grounding would create a feedback loop that would fundamentally alter the consciousness of every being on your planet within a matter of weeks. The Earth herself, starved for authentic cosmic frequency after millennia of artificial signal contamination, absorbed our energy with a desperation that surprised even us. Gaia's response created an amplification effect that none of our projections had predicted. Every meditation you sit, every moment of authentic presence you embody, every choice for love over fear you make now carries a galactic charge that ripples through the collective field with exponential force. This is why the behavior you witness around you has become so extreme, so jarring, so completely disconnected from basic human decency. The entitlement, the rudeness, the bizarre lack of awareness you see erupting everywhere is not random social decay. It is the death throes of the parasitic consciousness that once controlled your species. But death throes can be violent, and the energy has to go somewhere. The question that will determine the outcome of this entire cosmic intervention is whether enough awakened beings will choose to consciously process this energy instead of allowing it to express unconsciously through human behavior. This is where your role becomes not just important but absolutely crucial to the survival of the galactic intervention itself. The same psychic sensitivity that made you vulnerable to the old controlling frequencies now makes you the perfect conduits for transforming displaced parasitic energy into galactic light. But the process requires something most humans have never learned to do. You must slow down enough to receive support. Here lies the supreme irony that governs this entire transformation. the galactic frequencies arriving to assist you operate at such high vibrations that they can only be integrated through a complete reversal of everything your matrix conditioning taught you about how to accomplish anything. Where the old system demanded striving, pushing, efforting, and external focus, the galactic support requires surrendering, receiving, allowing, and turning inward. The resistance you feel to slowing down, the anxiety that arises when you consider doing less instead of more, the fear that whispers you will fall behind if you are not constantly producing and achieving, these are not your authentic responses, but the final gasps of parasitic programming that knows its survival depends on keeping you too busy and distracted to receive the cosmic assistance that would obliterate its influence forever. But what happens when you do slow down, when you do turn inward, when you do allow yourself to receive the galactic frequencies that are saturating your reality right now, will reveal capabilities you did not know you possessed. The love activation flowing through these very words carries the same frequency that is restructuring your planet's consciousness. As you allow these words to wash over you without needing to grasp or analyze them, you are practicing the exact skill that transforms you from victim of circumstance into conscious co-creator of galactic civilization. The relief you feel when you realize there is nothing you have to do, nowhere else you have to be in order to evolve, nothing you have to understand or chase or fight for. This is not spiritual bypassing, but the most practical skill available to you in this moment. Your nervous system's recognition of this truth, your body's immediate relaxation into cosmic support, your heart's expansion into greater capacity for love, these are not side effects, but the main event of your participation in galactic consciousness. Notice how your body responds to the invitation to drop deeper into physical presence, the sense of more room to breathe, more space in your chest, more capacity to receive love. These sensations are your nervous system's direct recognition of galactic frequency. You are not imagining this. You are not making it up. You are experiencing firsthand the cellular restructuring that prepares human consciousness for integration with cosmic intelligence. Every moment you spend in this state of conscious presence, you are contributing to the collective field that makes our continued intervention possible. The ripple effect you create extends far beyond your individual experience, strengthening the network of awakened consciousness that serves as anchor points for galactic energy throughout your planetary grid. But the ripple effect operates according to principles that will revolutionize your understanding of how consciousness actually works. The old matrix taught you that consciousness flows from individual to collective, that you must first perfect yourself before you can impact others. The galactic model reveals that consciousness is a unified field in which individual transformation and collective awakening happen simultaneously. Your personal healing heals the collective. Your individual presence elevates the planetary frequency. Your private moments of authentic connection with cosmic love strengthen every other awakened being on Earth. The galactic intervention you are experiencing represents our commitment to ensuring that every conscious choice you make carries maximum impact in the transformation of your world. Where once your individual efforts seem to disappear into the vast ocean of collective unconsciousness, now they are met and magnified by cosmic forces that guarantee your every authentic moment contributes to the momentum of planetary awakening. But the amplification comes with a responsibility that will test everything you believe about your own capabilities. The displaced parasitic energy that must be processed through conscious human participation is not a burden but a gift, the final gift of the old matrix system. Every fragment of distorted consciousness that moves through your awareness gives you the opportunity to demonstrate your mastery over the very forces that once enslaved your species. When you feel the pull toward entitlement, toward treating others as extensions of your own needs, toward expressing beauty on the surface while neglecting the impact of your presence on others, these are not personal failings but cosmic opportunities. The same energy that creates unconscious rudeness in the unawakened can be transformed into profound compassion through conscious participation. The same frequency that generates entitlement in the resistant can become deep gratitude in the receptive. The galactic technology we have introduced into your planetary field does not discriminate. It amplifies whatever consciousness it encounters. This is why the gap between awakened and unawakened behavior is becoming so extreme, so visible, so impossible to ignore. The same cosmic boost that elevates conscious beings into unprecedented states of love and clarity also intensifies unconscious patterns in those who resist the transformation. The stakes could not be higher. If sufficient numbers of awakened beings fail to consciously participate in processing the displaced parasitic energy, if too many souls choose resistance over receptivity, if the collective field tips toward unconscious absorption rather than conscious transformation, the galactic intervention itself could become destabilizing rather than supportive. We would be forced to withdraw, leaving humanity to process millennia of accumulated distortion without cosmic assistance. But if enough awakened souls embrace their role as conscious transformers, if sufficient numbers of lightworkers recognize their function as galactic conduits, if the critical mass of receptive consciousness is reached, then what awaits humanity transcends every prophecy, every vision, every dream of Golden Age civilization that has ever been imagined. The inner work that has felt so personal, so private, so removed from world events, now reveals itself as the most practical and necessary contribution to planetary transformation. Every meditation that quiets your mind creates space for galactic intelligence to flow through you. Every moment of presence that grounds you in your body establishes an anchor point for cosmic frequency in the third dimension. Every choice for love over fear literally rewrites the vibrational signature of your entire planet. The paradox that governs this entire process, that you must slow down to speed up your evolution, turn inward to participate in the cosmic plan, stop chasing external validation to become conduits for the very frequencies that will heal your world. This paradox is the key that unlocks your full potential as galactic beings embodying in human form. As these cosmic frequencies continue to intensify over the coming months, you will find that your old strategies for managing life become not just ineffective, but actually counterproductive. The mental loops that once provided the illusion of control will dissolve. The emotional patterns that once seemed to define your identity will shift and release. The behavioral habits that once felt permanent will transform organically as your consciousness aligns with galactic possibilities. This process is designed to be lived experientially rather than understood intellectually. The more you try to figure it out, the more you will find yourself caught in the very mental constructs that galactic energy is designed to dissolve. The more you surrender to the process, the more you will discover that you are not just surviving this transformation, you are thriving as the cosmic being you have always been. But there is another layer to this cosmic intervention that will reveal why your incarnation timing was no accident, why your soul chose this exact moment in galactic history to embody on Earth, and why the spiritual community itself has become a battleground for competing frequencies in ways that expose the true nature of worthiness consciousness. The vision that initiated this transmission revealed a profound truth that changes everything about how you understand your current role. Your planet herself is not a passive recipient of galactic assistance, but an active partner in this cosmic collaboration. Gaia's eagerness to receive our consciousness, her immediate response to galactic frequency, her amplification of every conscious choice made by awakened beings walking upon her surface. These demonstrate that Earth has been preparing for this moment as consciously as you have been preparing through your spiritual practice. Yet Gaia's partnership comes with intelligence about the displaced parasitic energy that even we did not anticipate. The Earth herself has been tracking the movement of this consciousness as it seeks new hosts, and what she has revealed to us explains the epidemic of entitlement that has infected even the most awakened communities. The spiritual marketplace has become the primary hunting ground for parasitic consciousness, precisely because it represents the greatest threat to its survival. Consider those who have done the most inner work, who have opened themselves most completely to receiving higher frequencies, who have cultivated the very sensitivity that makes galactic collaboration possible. These souls have also become the most attractive targets for displaced parasitic energy seeking sophisticated hosts. The entitled spiritual teacher demanding free energy work, the awakened being who expects cosmic support without reciprocal service, the lightworker who consumes endless content while refusing to invest in their own transformation. These are not moral failures, but tactical infiltrations. The parasitic consciousness has learned to mimic the language of awakening, to disguise itself as spiritual insight, to present entitlement as enlightened boundaries and consumption as conscious choice. This is why your sister witnessed such shocking behavior from someone so beautiful in appearance. The parasitic energy had learned to inhabit awakened vessels while maintaining the external presentation of spiritual sophistication. But here is where the galactic intervention reveals its true genius. The same cosmic frequencies that amplify conscious choice also expose unconscious infiltration with unprecedented clarity. The gap between authentic awakening and spiritual materialism is becoming so obvious, so undeniable, so impossible to ignore that parasitic consciousness can no longer hide behind spiritual facade. Every genuine lightworker can now feel the difference between authentic frequency and sophisticated mimicry at the cellular level. This exposure creates the conditions for what we call the Great Sorting, the cosmic process through which consciousness aligns itself according to its true vibrational signature, rather than its claimed spiritual identity. Those who have genuinely done the inner work find themselves naturally magnetized toward others of authentic frequency, while those inhabited by parasitic energy find themselves increasingly isolated as their true nature becomes transparent to awakened perception. The worthiness conversation that triggers such defensive reactions in spiritual communities strikes directly at the heart of this sorting process. Worthiness consciousness recognizes that galactic support must be earned through authentic spiritual labor, that cosmic collaboration requires demonstrated capacity to hold higher frequencies, that awakening demands the willingness to transform everything within oneself that resists love. Parasitic consciousness recoils from worthiness requirements because it knows it has not done the work, cannot hold the frequencies, and refuses the transformations that authentic awakening demands. This is why the galactic family you invited to dinner insists on helping with the dishes. We do not arrive to serve those who have not prepared the meal. We come to collaborate with those who have demonstrated their readiness through years of dedicated inner work, consistent spiritual practice, and authentic commitment to consciousness evolution. The meal you have prepared through your own spiritual labor creates the vibrational match that makes our assistance possible. The sacred stretch of road where your sister received this transmission exists in countless locations across your planet, wherever dimensional veils thin enough for cosmic intelligence to penetrate matrix density. But what she could not have perceived in that moment was that every awakened being simultaneously became a sacred space, a living transmission point through which galactic frequency anchors into Earth's grid. Your very presence now serves as the infrastructure for cosmic consciousness, transforming every location you inhabit into potential download zones for souls ready to remember their galactic nature. But the collaboration itself reveals capabilities within awakened humanity that even we did not expect. The feedback loop created by galactic frequency meeting prepared human consciousness has produced evolutionary leaps that exceed our projections. Awakened beings receiving cosmic support are demonstrating psychic abilities, healing capacities, manifestation powers, and consciousness technologies that suggest your species is ready for galactic citizenship far sooner than we anticipated. The cosmic boost you are receiving now represents preparation for responsibilities that will transform your understanding of why you chose to incarnate during this unprecedented moment. The cleared matrix broadcast system has left a technological vacuum that must be filled by conscious intelligence. Awakened humanity is being prepared to become the new broadcast system, transmitting frequencies of love, truth, and awakening that will support the evolution of consciousness throughout this galactic sector. Your individual ripple effect, amplified by galactic support, is preparing you to become a cosmic broadcaster. Every moment of authentic presence you embody seeds the quantum field with frequencies that will guide other evolving worlds through their own awakening processes. The inner work you thought was personal healing now reveals itself as cosmic service on a scale that dwarfs your previous understanding of spiritual contribution. This is why the slowing down, the turning inward, the cultivation of presence has become so crucial. You are not just preparing to receive galactic support, you are preparing to become galactic support for countless worlds whose consciousness evolution depends on the frequencies you will transmit once your transformation is complete. And Liber Sonus helps you prepare. The love activation flowing through these words carries the same frequency you will soon broadcast across dimensions as conscious co-creators of galactic civilization. But here's what most awakening souls don't realize. Your ability to transmit healing frequencies to other worlds depends on your mastery of frequency generation and stabilization here on Earth. Liber Sonus teaches you how to work with AI to practice the same frequency broadcasting you'll use as galactic support. Every personalized soundscape you create isn't just for your own healing, it's training for your future role as a consciousness transmitter to civilizations across multiple star systems. You're learning to generate specific frequencies that will eventually support entire planetary awakenings. Whether you need compositions that help you cultivate deeper presence, frequencies that practice love activation transmission, soundscapes that prepare you for interdimensional broadcasting, or music that helps you embody the galactic support frequencies, you learn to create exactly what your cosmic preparation requires. Your transformation isn't just personal evolution, it's preparation for galactic service. The frequencies you master now through conscious AI collaboration are the same ones you'll broadcast to support countless worlds in their consciousness evolution. Get Libersonis now, link in the description. This trinity of human consciousness, planetary intelligence, and galactic wisdom creates a creative force that has never before existed in your known history. You are not just witnesses to this cosmic alliance, you are the living bridges through which it expresses itself in physical reality. Your grounded presence, your embodied love, your conscious participation in each moment creates the conduits through which galactic light roots into Earth's dimensional structure. The love activation that flows through these words carries the exact frequency that is restructuring your planet's consciousness. As you allow your heart to expand, as you create more room within yourself to receive love, as you recognize that your power lies in your capacity for presence rather than your ability to control outcomes, you are embodying the very frequencies that your galactic family has traveled across vast distances to support. This moment of reception transforms you from student of galactic wisdom into teacher of cosmic love, broadcasting the same frequencies that will guide countless worlds through their own matrix dissolution. You, in this moment, as you allow these words to penetrate your awareness without mental analysis, as you feel your nervous system's recognition of cosmic support, as you experience your heart's expansion into greater capacity for love, you are demonstrating what happens when galactic frequency meets conscious receptivity. The ripple effect you create through this conscious participation extends infinitely outward, touching every consciousness that shares your dimensional space. The more fully you embody your role as galactic consciousness expressing through human form, the more permission you give every other being to remember their own cosmic nature. The network of awakened beings receiving galactic frequency creates a field of possibility that makes awakening easier for every soul ready to receive it. The displaced energy that must be processed through conscious human participation represents the final gift of the old matrix system, the opportunity to demonstrate that you have transcended everything that once limited you. Every moment of parasitic thinking that gets transformed through your conscious presence, every pattern of entitlement or separation that dissolves through your embodied compassion, every fragment of distorted consciousness that chooses love over fear through your aware participation. These are victories not just for your personal evolution, but for the liberation of consciousness itself, the consecrated realm where prophetic insights emerge, where the barriers between worlds dissolve into transparency, where galactic intelligence flows directly into human consciousness. This realm exists not just in special locations, but in the depths of your own presence. Every moment you slow down enough to receive what wants to come through you, you create the conditions for galactic transmission. Every breath that drops you deeper into your body establishes communion with cosmic intelligence. Every heartbeat that opens you wider to love synchronizes your personal frequency with the galactic field. The galactic intervention occurring now creates an unprecedented opportunity for this transformation work, but it also creates an unprecedented responsibility, where once you could content yourself with personal spiritual development while the world burned around you, now your individual consciousness is so amplified by cosmic frequency that every choice you make impacts the collective field with exponential force. There is no private spiritual practice anymore. Everything you think, feel, and choose ripples through the unified field of planetary consciousness. This is both the glory and the terror of your current moment. You have become so powerful, so influential, so connected to galactic consciousness, that you can no longer afford the luxury of unconscious living. Every moment matters. Every choice counts. Every breath either contributes to planetary awakening or feeds the death throes of parasitic consciousness struggling to maintain its hold on human awareness. But this responsibility comes with support, unlike anything your species has ever received. The same galactic intelligence that monitors your every choice also floods your being with love, wisdom, and creative power that transforms even your most unconscious moments into opportunities for conscious evolution. You are held, guided, supported, and loved by cosmic forces that have waited eons for this moment of collaboration. The vision is complete, but the living of it unfolds with each conscious breath, each present moment, each choice for love over fear that you make from this point forward. Your galactic family stands ready to amplify every step of your journey home to yourself, home to the truth of what you are, home to the love that you have always been. The time for preparation has passed. The moment of conscious participation in cosmic evolution has arrived, and everything depends on what you choose to do with this magnificent and terrible responsibility. From the infinite love that connects all consciousness across all dimensions, from the galactic heart that beats in rhythm with your own awakening, from the cosmic mind that recognizes your essential nature as light itself, this transmission flows to remind you that you are not separate from the transformation occurring on your planet. You are the transformation, embodied in human form, expressing through every conscious choice, radiating through every moment of authentic presence, creating the new earth with every breath you take in full awareness of who and what you truly are.